Channel. We're the MMA guys. Today we're doing a most underrated fighter per weight class video. So we're gonna cover from flyweight to heavyweight. We got a pick for every single one of them, and we're gonna explain why we think they're the most underrated in the division. So first division is flyweight. Here you go.
Brendan Royval is very underrated. Um, he's a big underdog against Kape. Manel Kape is not that good of a striker. Maybe he can beat Royval. Maybe Royval just volume maxes in like he does to everyone else except for Tyra and Moreno. Maybe. Well, he did beat Tyra actually. He did just beat Tyra. That was not the same Tyra that fought Moreno, but he was still able to handle him on the ground and stuff. So I just think Moreno is still, Royval is still a threat to everyone in the division except for someone like Pantoja. But Pantoja, he just had his arm split in half, so he's gonna be out for a couple of months probably.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think, Royval?
Yeah, I just think the Tyra Moreno back-to-back wins was very, very impressive. He didn't get finished by Pantoja. Then he went on that run. Then he had a very close fight with Joshua Van, and a fight in which, well, it was it was a fight of the night type of situation. I think he's still a threat to the champ, but maybe not that big of a threat. I think he can definitely get back to being worthy of a title shot and get a title shot. Do I think he's ever going to be champion in the division? Not necessarily. But for him to be a big underdog against Kape, I think it's a little bit weird because of what he's done in the past 3 fights. So next, I have bantamweight, and we went with Charles Jourdain.
Listen, guys, Charles Jourdain is amazing. Charles Air Jourdain. Yeah. So he dismantled Davy Grant. Davy Grant is the pinnacle of the bantamweight unranked pool, and he's extremely consistent as well. He gillied Victor Henry. Like, Charles Jourdain is crazy. The only recent losses are tricky matchups at 145. So it's a bit crazy. No, but honestly, like, Davy Grant is one of the best. He's one of the best out there in the bantamweight division, honestly. Like, he dismantled him. He just kneed him in the air. First round KO. Guillotined him. Like, beautiful sequence. Davy Grant, we're talking about a guy that just absolutely beat the brakes off of this guy, Blackshear. Damon Blackshear's at it. Blackshear. And then, like, people talking about Blackshear's grappling, man. Like, Blackshear's so good and this and that. And Davy Grant just shut him down. And then you have Charles Jourdain shutting him down even worse than he did Blackshear. So he's like a tier above Davy Grant, who's like a solid fighter. So Charles Jourdain's gonna be the watch out for the bantamweight division. I do believe he takes on Miggy, and maybe he submits him. I don't even know.
Yeah, very good fight for him. I think he deserves to fight in the ranking next. We have Davy Grant, who he beat, was, he's like a similar guy to a Rowney Barcelos right now, who's just on a crazy run in the unranked because they're old. The UFC keeps feeding them absolute like top tier fighters on their way up, and in the pool, in the unranked pool, and they keep winning these fights. So crazy stuff. And Charles Jourdain just absolutely dismantled Davy Grant, like pillar to post, and the post wasn't far. It was all in the first round. And he also gillied Victor Henry, who does have a win in 2022 over Rowney Barcelos. So you're like talking about guys who are not schmucks, We're talking about good fighters in that division. And before that, he lost to Gene Silva, who's a favorite to beat number 6 at featherweight, Arnold Allen and stuff. So you're talking about a guy who's close to the title at 45. That's not bad. And then it was Sean Woodson. And considering that Sean Woodson has a lot of trouble making 45 and that Charles Jourdain is now a 35er, you're talking about a guy who was at a big size advantage. And also, that fight was like a split decision.
And to be fair, Sean Woodson is a tricky customer. Like, he's the toughest cookie, like, to figure out probably because he looks like an alien Well, I do believe he is an alien. In fact,
Mm.
he does not only look like one, but he is one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Charles Jourdain's a beast right now. He's on a rampage.
Yeah. Next, we have featherweight. We have Steve Garcia. He just bulldozed David Onama, who's 6-2 in the UFC with a ranked win over Giga, where Shorty was a dog. And then you have Steve Garcia, absolutely dismantled. Well, absolutely dismantled him with straight up boxing combos and good boxing. Didn't look like he had much head movement, but besides that, the punches, the combination, we know he has power. He went on a 5-fight streak, 5 KO streak before that, before his 2 ranked fights. Now, one of them is a KO again. But, no, I meant to say 5 out of 7. I said 5 out of 5 by KO first and second. 5 out of his 7 last win, because he's on a 7-fight win streak, were by KOs. And those were back to back to back. Now he has he has 2 ranked wins. He has 1 in Cater, which that's whatever. But the Onama one, good. He has good boxing. He has a big reach as well. The only asterisk is like we've never really seen him grapple because his fight end early. He's just KOing guys and stuff, but we haven't seen him really tested in the grappling, and so I'd like to see, because Steve Garcia, it's not like one of those like Brazilian fighter who they've done a bit of jiu-jitsu at least. With Steve Garcia, it's kind of like we have absolutely no clue. Maybe this guy, he...
With Steve Garcia, it's like, I've never seen this guy before. I don't know this fighter. This is very funny to me because, like, yeah, but he just bulldozed like David Onama. I'm like, who's this guy as well? I think Kevin Valios is much more of a threat than like Steve Garcia. I don't know about Steve Garcia.
Nah, man, I think
how is the grappling is crazy. Like, how is the grappling of Steve? I don't even know. Like,
yeah,
I've
me
never
neither.
seen this guy before seeing this face.
Alright, we'll skip to the next fighter.
Alright, let's go.
Next we have lightweight Farazim.
Interchangeable with Dariush.
Yeah, because Dariush,
Absolutely.
he's getting these like fake stoppage, so it creates like bad like performances for him.
Refs need to watch out for Dariush because this guy, he's on a rampage right now and he's just getting stopped because the takedown attempts. I don't know what they don't see. The refs are blind.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Farazim is indeed quite a threat, not compared to Dariush, but whatever. We'll talk about that in a later on video. I think Dariush should move to middleweight. Farazim is basically a great grappler, a great striker, a well-rounded guy. He's like a Lerone Murphy, but like actually like a threat. You know what I mean? Like Lerone Murphy's not that much of a threat at 45. Like people just act like it, but Farazim is that guy at 55. He just got a 6-fight win streak. That's gradually beating better opposition. Absolutely, like those are all good points. He finished Sadikov the way, his last fight was crazy. And then he got caught. One of his fights, he was caught inside like a super big heel hook or like a knee bar or something like that, and he just escaped it because like his knee was bending or something. Like this guy is super flexible. He can't. But like Benil will beat him. But like he's 15 ranked and that's amazing. Let's see a fight like maybe against Saint Denis after Saint Denis finally loses after his rampage of a win. He's gonna get like knocked out soon. That should be.
Yeah, I think with Farazim, I think he's 28 years old right now. He's ranked in the He's ranked in the UFC. He's beaten 6 guys inside the UFC. He's lost before that in the UFC, and now he's won 6 fights in a row. And he didn't want to take ranked opposition before. He was like, no, I don't want to. I want to keep evolving. He did the smart thing, and now he's dismantling people who are close to the ranking, like Sadikov, who almost had a fight booked with Moicano. But Moicano declined. And maybe Sadikov could have beaten Moicano. We're talking about a guy that's like very close to the rankings. With Farazim, who absolutely destroyed him and with brutal shots KO'd him in the second round. Levels to this game. I think Fares Ziam, he's a big frame now. He's good. He has good grappling and dominant grappling that he showcased there in that fight. And Sadikov is a guy, you know, he doesn't really get taken down like that. And now he got, you know, he felt the pressure there. So I think that's a phenomenal performance by Ziam. And I see him beating a lot of these guys from 15 to 10. I think he beats pretty much everybody. So.
But not Benil.
No, Benil is in a league of his own. But he has a fight book with Pratis for the interim title shot at the welterweight.
Book it. Hashtag book it. Like.
Okay. Next we have welterweight. We're doing Kamaru Usman. What do you think?
I think Kamaru Usman, the fact that he was able to beat Buckley, who wasn't on a 6-fight win streak, like Buckley was a good fighter then. Like, you know, like the Stephen Thompson win is a good win. Rusi Boev is a good win as well. He absolutely starched Colby. Went toe-to-toe at middleweight against Amzad on 10 days' notice. We did, like, this is not talked about enough. This is one of Amzad's toughest fight, and this was at middleweight. So Amzad is an absolute monster at middleweight. I mean, one of the greatest of all time at middleweight. So this is a very, very great performance from Usman, and just a guy that is a threat to the title still, but he doesn't have anyone needs. He's like 41 years of age. When Buck is his best win, no, I guess Kamaru Usman isn't washed. Like, he did beat on Buckley, so that's pretty good. Maybe put him against Ian Gary next or someone like that. Like, don't give Gary the title shot. Don't think that's right. And we'll talk about that in another video.
Yeah,
we'll get on this guy.
I think. I think welterweight it's Usman because, well, you know, the way that he beat Buckley was kind of impressive. He molded him, and Buckley had shown good takedown defense against Colby.
Does he deserve a title shot, Kamaru?
I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
But he's still very underrated in this division. Everyone always like skips him. He's a has-been. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You just beat Bilal, who's older than Kamaru Usman, dude. And Usman has a better win in Buckley than, you know, beating Leon Edwards for Bilal. I don't know if... I'd love to see Bilal fight with Buckley. Let's see.
I mean, Leon Edwards, I think, like, he's the greatest fighter that we've ever witnessed. And
honestly, Buckley just goes 12-0 in wrestling, but the way I was seeing him wrestle in that, dude, the way that Bilal was trying to wrestle against Ian Gary, I don't think he's that much of a wrestling threat against Buckley.
Absolutely not.
And I think he'd get absolutely starched on the feet.
He would get KO'd.
Yeah.
I think he would get KO'd by Buckley.
I think Buckley's almost like he's not necessarily as durable, but besides that, he's like a better version of Geoff Neal.
I think Usman beats Ian Gary. I think Usman beats Bilal. I think Usman beats Shafkat. I think Usman beats everyone right now. Yeah.
He beats...
Yeah. He beats everyone except for maybe like a Topuria coming up, or
like Morales
or Brady, maybe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
More of these two guys. Morales just looks like an absolute monster.
Yeah.
And Brady I think he's still good. He just got paired up against an absolute storcher on the feet. Morales is a threat to everyone. Kamaru cannot stay on the feet with Morales as well, you know.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'd love to see that fight. One of those fights. For Usman, for sure. Next, we have Caio Borralho at middleweight. So, Caio, before his fight with Imavov, was on a 7-fight win streak. He had beat Cannonier, Oleg Jacek. Those are not crazy names. He's beaten Paul Craig as well. But he had good volumes of win, and he was showing good skills in each of these fights. Even the fight against Imavov, that he was hitting that trip almost every time. He felt stronger than Imavov in the grappling. I think we can say that Kayo's probably a better grappler or more of a grappling threat to people than Imavov is. I think that's not sure he has better wrestling, but once they like in top position and everything, I don't think can really deny that. Um, he beat Brendan Allen in a grappling match as well. Who did like take down Imavov in the was it did he dominate him in the first round or was it this? I don't remember, but um, yeah, he was able to take him down, control him for most of the round, and also Brendan Allen just beat RDR as well. So those are good feats, beating Brendan Allen in a grappling match. That's pretty good. He's 32, so he's in his prime right now. He's a power puncher. He's a good size for middleweight. He has good grappling and good striking, and he has 5-round experience now. He's only going to get better. I think this guy is going to be a top contender for the next 4 or 5 years. I think this guy's going to be a problem in that division. Next, we have light heavyweight with Azamat Murzakanov. Because I was going to put Murzakanov at first. Because he's always smoking people. KO'd Rakic in one. And he has a massive size disadvantage. He's so unassuming, he's like... he's so unassuming that the people don't even talk about. He's so unassuming that the people act like he's not that good or he's not a threat or no one ever talks about this guy, but he's killing people. But then I saw that he pops for roids. 2 times that happened. He popped for LGD for 40-30, which is like a SARMs. And so we know that this will enhance performance. It's not like a supplement thing. This is a straight up drug. He's a drug cheat, so we're not going to include him. We're going to put Magomed Ankalaev. Because he got beat by Pereira in like Pereira fashion, just absolutely donging their opponent. But realistically, the only fighters that can fight with Magomed are like Yuri, Olberg, and Azamat. There's no one else in that division that comes close to him. Maybe you could say Khalil.
I don't even think Olberg beats him, honestly.
No, me neither.
I don't even think he beats him. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Olberg would get starched by Ankalaev. But Yuri has a good chance. Yuri could land that, that shot. That magic shot. Yuri does have that pop.
Yeah, I think Ankalaev probably beats Azamat. The way that he was trying to set up with Rakic, I feel like he wouldn't necessarily be able with Magomed. I think there's a potential of it though, but if he grapples and stuff, I don't know.
I think Magomed would beat Pereira in another fight, honestly.
Because Pereira's getting older and older. Meanwhile, Ankalaev's a lot closer to his prime, so it always favors him to fight again. But I'm not so sure what I think in a rematch. And the last one we have is heavyweight. We have Mario Pinto.
Oh my God! What a threat! This guy, Mario Pinto.
Mario Pinto, division with he's in a division with 10 good fighters in it that you can name, but like 10 like good. I'm not even saying like exceptional, like good, and he's not talked about enough for what he's gonna do to that division. He's like that boxer, the Moses Itoma of the UFC. He's that young prospect that's going to starch everyone. This guy's 11-0 right now. He showed strong grappling. He beat the Jonathan Denise, who's a glory kickboxer, who has a good resume in the UFC, and he took him down and he choked him out. Or ground and pound. But he finished him in 2 or 3 rounds with the grappling. He's 6'5". He's a big fella. He has good boxing, good power, and he also showed the submission game.
Johnny Walker's brother is also someone we can discuss about. Like in the
for sure.
He's absolutely heel hooking these guys. Tom Aspinall's only loss is a heel hook, so it looks good for the promo and stuff. And right now in heavyweight, there's so many no threats. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about Derek Lewis getting a title shot soon, maybe. Like if he gets another win, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is a crisis. And Mario Pinto is gonna be starching up people, but he's not like I don't think he's gonna be that dominant. I don't think he beats like Cortez Acosta. I don't think he beats Cortez Acosta.
That's another good heavyweight.
Yeah, I don't think he beats Pavlovich. I think right now he's at that level where he's.
I think he could beat Pavlovich.
That could be a good fight. That could be a good.
But I don't know if you match them up right away because that's a big step up in rankings. I don't think Pavlovich should fight down, especially since he's won
Absolutely.
his last fight. So, but in the future, I think that's definitely a good fight.
Yeah.
To do. I think he's a potential future champ. I'm very high on Mario Pinto as a prospect for the heavyweight division. And I just thought about this guy because it's been a while, and I was like, damn, there's no one at heavyweight, but there's this guy, for sure. So this is it for the video. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned. We got more videos coming out.
Yep.